All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to my channel. So today we're going to be making some plant-based, I don't know, plant-based food. I don't really know what to call that. So the ingredient is going to include plantain. This is a ripe plantain. So we're going to be using some chicken, some beef, onion, some bell pepper, using some chili pepper, jalapeno pepper, and that should be mainly that should mainly be the main ingredient we're going to be using today. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting this into a smaller portion using my board right here. Then I'm going to be placing it right here. Add a little bit of salt and some oil to nice and coat the bottom. Then I'm going to bake it up at about 375 degrees for about just shy of 10 minutes. And I promise you guys, this thing is gonna taste good. It's gonna taste good. All right, perfect. Trying to get the peel out. So I'm going to show you just one, the way I'm going to get this. And I'm just going to automatically show you when I'm done with all these plants in. So in terms of the plantain, you want the plantain to be ripe, but not super ripe. You don't want it to be too mushy. Then when you bake it up, it's not going to get that crispy, slightly crispy in terms of just the texture. I'm just taking this stuff out. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut that and just just like that. We still got. All right, I'm just going to just cut it. Yep, and that's it. Now what I'm going to do, you guys can see it's not really in terms of just the shape, it's not really consistent, which is okay. We don't worry about shape. This is food. So then after I'm able to fill this up, I'm going to show you the next step. Keep watching. Are you guys ready to see the magic? All right, now the plate is about to get full. Here you go with the masterpiece. Let me move this, my blender, a little bit to the side. So that's the masterpiece right here. I got my other pan. I'm going to be taking some out. I know a lot of you are like, damn, this is a lot. This is like a whole week. Some food. All right, you can see that. Perfect. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add some oil, just a little bit of oil. Because since the main goal is to bake this, so I'm just adding just a little bit of oil. You can see I got my knife. I'm just going to be dripping it. Just a little bit right there. And I'm going to use that to mix it together. This is just to make sure this doesn't stay to the bowl. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix it up right now. Just use my arm to nice and move it all around. Yeah. And just like this. And this one too, just use my hand to move it around. By the time this thing is done, you guys are gonna be like, damn, this look good. Can you send me some? I can't really send you some unless if you live close to me. And I can just be like, hey, next time when I'm cooking this, you are invited in my crib. So now the next thing I'm going to be adding is just some garlic powder. You don't have to add garlic powder, but why not since I have that? You don't want to do too much. This is not a garlic plantain. Now, the main thing you need is your salt. Don't put too much. I'm not adding everything. I'm just nice and similar. And that's it. So now I'm going to get my oven heated up so that will be big. We're going to be going 375. 75. And we're going to go do a cooking time. Just about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And we're going to click. Perfect. So now the oven is ready. Alright, now we're just gonna get this in the oven and let it preheat for 10 minutes. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, so since you already have the plantain in the oven, now we're going to make the stew. So right here, I'm going to be using 2 bell pepper, just like that. And you guys are going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 4 jalapeno pepper. Then we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chili pepper. Then we have 1 tomato and about 2 onions. So for the onion, I'm only going to be using 1. Let's get it started. So just nice and get the stem. See you. Oh, lo, lo, lo. So and whenever I'm blending this pepper, it doesn't have to be fully blended. It doesn't have to be fully blended. So you can just blend it for about a couple of minutes, especially with this dry chili pepper. Sometimes It's gonna take time before you can get this pepper to become fully blended, and this is gonna be spicy, not to tape. Get 1 tomato. Ooh, shoot, I just make a mess. Damn. Phew. That chili pepper. All right, just 1 onion, nice and cut it. Drop it in there. Drop it. You know what? Maybe I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to add 1 more tomato to this. Yeah, let's add 1 more tomato. All right, now we're going to add water. Just blend it. It's not a bit too much. Just trying to move it down. So this is good right here. All right, now we're going to move to all our protein: chicken, liver, beef. I'm going nice and get that prep. All right, guys, here's the protein we are going to be using. So I went to Walmart yesterday, to get chicken breast, but they didn't have chicken breast, so I just got drumstick. So for this one, what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to cut it and take the bone out of that. So let's set this one to the side for now. So then I do have this beef right here. You guys can see I got this on the sales. So about $6.99. So what I'm going to be doing with this one, I'm just going to cut that into smaller pieces, and we are going to make it work. And the last one, this is the liver. So you guys should watch closely in terms of how I'm going to cook this liver, because the main thing is if I just put this inside the pot and just try to let this cook, then you guys are going to see it's just gonna bust, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to show you the process I'm going to use to cook this. So what do we got? So what I got right here is just a clean water. So currently I have my water on the stove right now, just nice and boiling. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open this up right here. So you want to be careful. All right, this is the liver. So now what I'm going to do, So I do have my Ziploc bag right here. I'm just gonna grab it. I don't know who cut liver into pieces like that. They're supposed to put it just as a whole. Let's see, very difficult. Get that in the Ziploc bag. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and some seasoning. Hope you all are learning from MasterChef. Okay. Just a little bit of salt right there. Just gonna get that in there. And I'm going to get some meat tenderizer. So what we're trying to do by cooking this inside this Ziploc is to get the liver nice and firm into those solid base content. So it's very easy to cut. So next thing I'm going to be adding is some teriyaki sauce. I'm just going to, okay, just a little bit. That's my water in there. Perfect. Let's close this up. So now my water is boiling. Yeah, and I'm just going to mix it up. Just like that. I'm just going to close my Ziploc bag, creating just like a small opening at the end. Then I'm going to show you guys. You guys can see. Now let's get to the water. Now we're just going to place it in there just like that. And just allow it to cook for about 5 minutes. You guys can see the color is forming. Then after a few minutes, I'm going to close the bag all the way up. I'm just going to close it up now. Now the bag is going to start filling up. And I'm just going to drop it in there just like that. I'm just going to allow it to stay for about 5 minutes. Alright, so for the meantime, the plantain in the oven has been there for 30 minutes. You guys can see that right there. 30 minutes right now. So I think I lied to you guys. About 10 minutes. So it's been there for about 30 minutes now. Alright guys, let's start cutting up the drumstick. Right, here's the drumstick. I think this is going to be the main one that's going to take me a whole lot of time. Just try to cut it up. Here is it. No meat left on the bone. Just a little bit. Do the same thing on the other one. Alright guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is a lot of work. Taking the bone out of the drumstick. I'm telling you, if I can't find chicken breast next time, I'm just going to go to other Walmart. This is just too much work for for the meat, because it's relatively about the same too with chicken breast, but it's just a lot of different texture compared to chicken breast. I think that's I say the plus of the hard work. Just nice and quarter. They're just some small sizable portion. I'm just gonna do it just like that for the old chicken leg. Alright, keep watching, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to show you when I'm done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's the chicken right here. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to add salt. Perfect. Add some teriyaki marinade sauce. Perfect. Now we're going to add some meat tenderizer. Yep. I'm going to add some garlic powder. Next, I'm going to add some lemon, pepper, and spice. Ooh, that's too much. And the last thing is going to be some dry pepper. No, this is not protein, guys. I just use the container. Almost at the last thing. There's some chicken cube, beef flavor, and just nice. And how do I measure that to know this is the right stuff? I just use my eyes. Then what I'm going to do is just mix it all up. Perfect. I'm just gonna let it sit on the side for now while I'm prepping my beef. A lot of meat. Alright, right here. Here's the beef. So let's rinse this. So a lot of you might be asking, what type of beef is this? This is the pectoral, in terms of the pec muscle steak. Nice and curly. Can see that? And I'm gonna cut it just into two, just like that. I just have my small container right here. Get it in there. just trying this one out today. Perfect. Too easy. Spread it out. Get your salt. Same thing. Teriyaki. Some meat tenderizer. Some garlic powder. Beef cube, or beef flavor, or chicken flavor. That's it. Just mix it together. Perfect. Place it on the side. Down. Let me wash mine. Alright, perfect. Back up. Now you guys remember my liver. Or did you guys already forgotten? So right here, there's the liver. You guys see, nice and solid. Now what we're going to do, we are just going to cut that inside this. Place it down. Nice and small, nice and small. Ooh. Very hot. Alright guys, let's wash this. Alright, time to cook. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cooking part of this video. You guys have already noticed, like most of it had been just prepping. So let me show you the plantain. Here's the plantain, nice and fully done. Just some crispiness. Wow. Beautiful. Oh. I'm just going to place it back in the oven. So the heat is already off, so which is good. I think I turned on the wrong part of the stove. So we're gonna start with the beef because beef take long to cook. perfect. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil so it doesn't stick. It's nice and rotate it up. I'm going to get the beef in there. So what am I missing? For those of you who are my #1 fan, onion. Can't do without onion. So we're going to allow this to cook for about maybe 10 more minutes or so. Keep watching. Subscribe. Alright guys, you guys can see this is still cooking, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer this to the other stove. Now I'm going to bring this other pot right here in the front so you guys can see what I'm doing for this stew. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding vegetable oil. Nice and cheap. Perfect, that's good right there. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is opening up my tomato paste. And you guys can see right here, I've already got my onion cut up. Let's get this cut out. So what you guys need to get close is you guys need your liver, the tomato paste, your onion, and the blended pepper. Alright, so as you all can see, my beef. Now I'm going to, you guys can see, I'm going to get my chicken in there and just nice and mix it all up. So now from here, I'm going to cover it up for about 20-25 minutes. At that time, the stew should be ready. Alright guys, keep watching. Alright, so this should be ready. Get the tomato paste. Wasn't ready enough. But that's okay. I was expecting like chin chin, no chin, like chin 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 chin. Now this slow chum 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 chum. You know what? Let's get our onion on this. We're gonna be using a lot of onion. So that's looking good. let this boil a little bit more. Then I'm going to pour the liver in there. Alright, you guys see this is looking good. So now we're going to pour the liver in there. Just nice and mix it up. I'm just going to allow this to cook for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to pour the pepper in there, the blended pepper. Alright guys, time to pour the pepper. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. So now what we're going to do, add some salt. So you gotta make sure you keep in mind how much salt you already add to some of your meat. The plantain. Then we are going to add some beef stew. That should be good since we already had some. Now just mix it together. And cover it up. Alright guys, I know it might be a little bit difficult for you guys to see. The chicken is done. As you can see right here, no, that's too close to the camera. So now I'm just going to slowly add the chicken and the beef. Like that. I'm going to cover this up and let this let the water dry up a little bit. Alright, let's keep watching. Alright guys, hope you all can see this well. You guys can see this. Nice and yummy. Perfect. Now it's time to add the plantain. lot of cleaning. Beef. Ooh. Oh my goodness. We're gonna bring you closer. All right, guys, let's review in terms of how much it costs, because I'm telling you, this right here, this is like 2 week, 3 week for just one person. I'm going to show you. I'm going to package this, and this is going to go in my freezer. And when I'm ready to eat this, I'm just going to nicely take it out, microwave this, and it's ready. So let's go over just how much it costs. So for the plantain, let's see. Plantain is about 68 cents each. Since I use about 6 or so, so we're going to estimate that to be about $5. Keep adding this up. I'm not going to add it up. So then for the beef, so that's about $6.43. Let's call that $7. Then talking about the chicken, so the chicken was $5.48. Keep adding it. So then looking at the liver is about $2.48. Then looking at the bell pepper, each of the bell pepper is about $1.48. So just shy of $3. So looking at the onion is about $2.48. Chili pepper, I have like the whole pack at home, so I'm just going to call that about $1, because since the whole pack is about $5. Then jalapeno, that's about $1. I think all this is less than $50 right here. And tell me, how are you going to get 3-core meal, like 3 times a day meal for like a week for $50? There's no way. So on average, people spend over, because when you order one time, maybe about $10. Let's assume $10. So I ordered 3-course meal, it's about $30. Then 30 times, let's say 14. And that's how much you spend instead of just meal prepping just like this. All right, guys, this will conclude the whole video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'm going to be showing you the packaging next. As you guys see, here's the plate for the meal prep. Right here's the food. Ooh, nice. All right, guys, let's get it started. So the best thing, the way I approach my meal prepping is, so this is not what I'm going to be eating like every day. So this is just for, like, if I can't make breakfast, then I'm just going to focus on this. So like for breakfast, maybe I can make some pancake for breakfast. So then for lunch or dinner, if I'm going to work, I'm just going to grab one of these, so I don't have to spend money on lunch. So you guys can see, let me show you again. Just like that. Now we still got a couple in the pot right here. You see that? So now what I got left right here, this is for maybe 2 or 3. You guys can see this is pretty full for each of them.